Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to On the Glow, your guide to skincare, beauty, and wellness on She Connects TV. I have a very special guest, someone so dynamic, Malike.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
We're going to delve in about what you do because your line of work is very fascinating and can't wait to share a little bit more about the techniques and the power of breathing. Your role in itself is a transformational breathing facilitator, group leader, as well as you're the founder of Breathzone.
Yes.
So if you can tell me what being a breath coach really entails.
Yeah. As you rightly said, I'm a transformational breath facilitator and workshop leader. I'm also kind of a breath coach because I train in much wider spectrum breathing practices. So it is all about, well, actually I can kind of divide into two sections. One is the wider world of conscious breathing, which is the way that we breathe with intent and with awareness. And conscious breathing really includes all the techniques that you have. You know, you might have heard of, you all experienced transformational breath.
Yes.
And the kind of the likes of Wim Hof, even the simple things like breath counting. It is a form of conscious breathing. But also there's another element to conscious breathing, which is knowing how to breathe correctly, which is using the diaphragm, our key breathing muscle that we all have, but not many of us know how to use. So when I talk about coaching people to breathe, I'm kind of combining one, conscious breathing, because we have to have the awareness of our breath so that we can take charge of it as and when needed.
Yeah.
And secondly, we need to know how to breathe correctly and being able to establish it as a default breathing pattern. Because the way that we breathe unconsciously every day just keeps us ticking, surviving.
Yes.
But we need to be able to breathe deeply and slowly, use the correct breathing muscle, which is diaphragm,
Yes.
and establish it as a default pattern so that we can live a happier life and we be kind to our bodies, because it's the way that's designed to work.
Yeah.
We just don't know how to get it working. So a breathing coach, meaning these two things, conscious breathing and then coaching people to breathe correctly.
When I attended one of your intense transformational breathing workshops, I felt like I picked up so much value, but what we were saying earlier was awareness, the awareness that I'm starting to pay more attention to how I breathe. And one of the things that you dabbled in was about how most of us breathe through our chest and not through our diaphragm. Can you explain a little bit about that?
So kind of many people are what I called vertical breather. So the way that nature intended for us to breathe is power through our diaphragm. So diaphragm is like a muscle sits in your chest cavity. It is supposed to power around 80% of your breathing. The other muscles need to do the tiny bit of work here and there, but it is the diaphragm. So when diaphragm is being used, the breath is deep, slow, and it is down to your belly.
Okay.
So you expand horizontally. You expand like this. On the other hand, if you're a vertical breather, you breathe like this. Breath doesn't have anywhere to go. You can't take deep breath. And can you see the upward movement that I am doing?
Yes.
And do you feel the tension in your upper body, your neck, even your jawline? I can see your neck is getting tense, even your jawline, stress is accumulating. Think about it. If this is the way that we are breathing every day, using the muscles, they are supposed to be just helping the diaphragm, not carrying the weight of breathing. And remember, you're doing it almost 25,000 times a day. Day after day, almost 7.5 million times a year. Can you imagine putting that weight on those muscles? And it's not just the muscular system. It impacts everything from your skeletal kind of anatomy to all the way to your major organs. Another interesting thing about diaphragm that many people knows is it is, yes, the key breathing muscle, but also it is hugely important for how our internal organs work. So your heart and lungs sits on top of your diaphragm. Your intestine, your spleen, your liver, your stomach is right underneath.
Yeah.
And diaphragm, because its natural movement constantly moves up and down these organs, so that it just almost massages them 25,000 times a day. Can you imagine?
No.
So it is the major thing that keeps your lymphatic system moving. Your lymphatic system is basically the waste disposal system of your body.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything like a heart to pump it. It relies on muscular contraction and gravity, and diaphragm is the biggest supporter of your lymphatic system. So next time when you're having an illness or flu, make sure that you're breathing correctly and you're using your diaphragm so that it can keep pumping your lymphatic system and cleanse your body. So diaphragm is created not only to support your respiratory system, but help the rest of the organs to operate optimally. Because it helps your heart, it helps your digestion, your immune system, down to your fertility. So everything really needs to be working correctly. That's the way that our body is designed.
Absolutely.
This is all we are trying to do.
Yes.
Get the basics right. It is not just the start and end with breathing. I tell people, if you can, please do meditate. You can't beat it. If you can, do yoga. If you can, do jogging. So you need to have as many tools you have, and you need to use them in harmony.
Yes.
It's not
One ecosystem right here. Everything complements
exactly.
each other. Yeah.
I love the word
Yeah.
ecosystem. Yeah, it is. Because you can't just kind of do breathing and think everything is going to be fixed, and there's nothing to fix. It is everything.
Yeah.
But what I find is breathing is the most fast acting thing, the tool that I can use when I need it.
Well, thank you so much, because you've given us so much value and really opened our eyes about the importance of breathing. So I really appreciate your time.
Oh no, it's my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.
We are very honored to have you as well, and I hope you guys, I'd love for you guys to send feedback on, how much you've absorbed from this session, and thank you.
Yeah. I would love to hear as well.
Yes.
What have you learned? Are you going to be able to apply it, or anything that you discovered about your breath, even a tiny one? Because it all starts with small discoveries and awareness about the body.
Yeah.
That's all. This is all it takes.
Your feedback is so valuable. I'm going to add all of Malike's details underneath the video. And you can also message me directly if you want to get to know more and connect with Malike. So thank you guys for watching On The Glow. And remember, keep glowing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.